one thing I don't know if we're going to have this week that I think in a convention that had been in person we would have, which is a debate about where's the Republican Party headed. And I say this in part because of your book, Jerry Seib, and in part because I have you on here, Scott Walker. I want to remind folks what you said, Scott Walker, when you dropped out of the presidential race 4 years ago. And I want to butt it with something Jerry Seib wrote about in his book. I think they're connected. Take a listen.
Today, I believe that I'm being called to lead by helping to clear the field in this race so that a positive, conservative message can rise to the top of the field. I encourage other Republican presidential candidates to consider doing the same so that the voters can focus on a limited number of candidates who can offer a positive, conservative alternative to the current frontrunner.
And Scott Walker, this is what Jerry Seib writes. By 2016, conservatives were united more by what they were against, progressive and liberals, than what they were for. The door to a populist uprising had been swung open, and Donald Trump walked through it. I'm curious if you agree with Jerry Seib's analysis there, one, and two, how you have evolved from being essentially anti-Trump to supportive of Trump.
Well, 5 years ago, I didn't know if Donald Trump would actually govern as a conservative. I think the record's pretty clear. This president, his team put through one of the largest tax cuts in America history. They're clearly the most pro-life administration ever. They put forward excellent picks and excellent nominees for the federal judiciary. And their regulatory reforms that help small businesses and other employers have actually brought about the unprecedented economic growth to the point where we, before the pandemic, had the lowest unemployment rate in 50 years. I look at that and I say, you know what? Washington is filled with politicians who say all the right things and don't get squat done. This president may not always talk and tweet the way that I do, but in the end, he actually gets things done. And I think here in the Midwest, we want to have people who don't just talk, but do. I'll take a doer over a talker any day of the week.
Jerry Seib, I'm sneaking in a break, and then I will get more on your book.